At Lovers, you can get what you really want this holiday, a perfect pleasure present. Find a sexy gift for a loved one and pick up something indulgent for yourself. Lovers has lingerie, toys, and accessories for every desire. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention Indulge for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Early holiday deals are here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday athletic gifts like bikes, tents, and outdoor gear. You'll have money left over for a premium yoga mat so you can try to touch your toes by New Year's.
Almost there.
Or snowshoes so you can hike to your super secret spot to find the perfect tree.
Aha!
Oh, what fun it is to save. Shop early holiday deals now.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
All right, places, please. The Daly Migs Show is on deck. Guitars plugged in. Drums ready to go. Chickens.
Sarah clucking.
Other animals. And action. This is the Daly Migs Show on The Rock with Taryn Daly and Steve Migs.
While listening to the Daly Migs Show, please refrain from any unnecessary finger gesturing.
99.9 KISW.
Good morning, Rockaholics, and happy Friday, one and all. Everyone is looking great in their Hawks gear today. Yeah.
Let's go. Sorry,
Absolutely.
My headphones weren't working for a second.
Oh, for shame.
For shame.
I'm also rocking my Coug earrings, though, because the Cougs are playing in San Diego tomorrow.
What's their record right now? Have they only
what
lost once or twice?
Are they 5-1 or 4-1? 5-1.
Okay, but they've only lost once.
Yes, they've only lost once.
And they're only playing high school teams this year,
it's
right?
JV
Okay.
squad,
Yeah,
which is great for us.
Yeah.
But no, it's very exciting. I love a Blue Friday. Also, getting ready for Cougar football Saturday, Friday.
Also, what better way to celebrate Blue Friday than this morning at 7:20? We'll be talking to Jake Bobo. More Bobo, baby, here on The Rock. And he'll be joining us at 7:20 to talk about the upcoming game against the Buffalo Bills.
He is just one of the most fun people I think that we've ever encountered as a Seahawk, being like kind of a new guy and whatever. But do you think he knows anything about flying a freak flag?
I mean, I know he knows a little bit thing about flying a 12th man flag.
Well, we might have to ask him about the freak flag thing today.
Okay.
Happy Friday, Rockaholics. Let's inform these fine folks.
Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
AKA the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
And the DMD is brought to you by Palace Law. And today is a very special day to celebrate. I believe all of us will enjoy it. I don't know, maybe not Sarah. No shade. But today is Punk for a Day.
I mean, she had that one photo with like the X's over her eyes when she was very edgy in middle
goth
school.
For a day.
Oh, that was goth?
It was trying to be, but really, I don't know what it was. It could be a little punk, though.
Do you like any punk music?
I go to emo night. Is that punky?
It's close enough. I guess
Okay.
I'll give you a pass.
Punk adjacent.
I spent way too much time this morning to be like, what band do I want to play to celebrate Punk for a Day? And I've been going back and forth, and it's kind of been bothering me because I'm like, I feel like that band's a little bit more hardcore than punk, or that band's a little too, punk.
Wow.
I was overthinking it. So I ended up picking one that I think Taryn, maybe even Danny, you'll appreciate this as well. It's like, you know what? If I had to pick like just straight up the quintessential punk band, I'm going with Bad Religion.
So sad that they canceled their show here.
I know, and we still don't know what there was like a family emergency situation that canceled the tour.
Yeah, sold out immediately, and they had to cancel their whole tour.
Where were they going to play?
Oh,
Showbox.
Yeah, Showbox.
Oh, okay, that's a bummer. Yeah. I remember getting to see them, over at Bumbershoot.
Oh, yeah.
It's the same. Yeah.
Maybe
No,
back in
Social
the day.
Distortion. My bad.
Social D. Yes, I was there that year.
I get those two confused sometimes. But I also thought, in honor of you, Danny, I feel like we should give a little love to the Northwest's best punk band, still going right now. Shout out to the boys in MXPX, who I have to say, I listen to this record way more than any other record these days. Their new album, is it called Not Today?
Find a Way Home.
Find a Way Home, but this song is called Not Today.
Yeah, so good.
It's been on a nonstop play in my car, at the
makes me
gym.
happy.
Dude, it's such a great record. And shout out to Tom and Mike and Yuri and the boys over at MXPX. Phenomenal record.
So
Might
good.
be their best.
Honestly, and every time they keep coming out with new stuff, it's just like, wow, they're better now than they were. I mean, way back when, and they were good back then.
Yes.
So,
They've
so good.
matured.
Yeah, they've matured. They know how to write music now.
In their sweet punk ways. Well, anyways, happy National Punk for a Day. Let's talk about the Seattle Seahawks. We did mention that today is Blue Friday, and they will have a new player on the field come this Sunday against the Buffalo Bills, and that man's name is Ernest Jones IV, and I already love this dude. His hair is awesome. I don't know if you saw his press conference. He's just got some massive hair going on. And also during the press conference, just seemed like a solid dude. One of the reporters asked about, how excited he is to join the Seahawks. And he talked about his motivation to be on the team and stay on the team. And I loved his answer.
We have a 3-month-old son. So the whole time I'm just thinking about my son and my wife. Sitting on that plane, I don't want to put them through this again. So I'm ready to go play football so I can go out here and show not only the Seahawks, but show that I am what I say I am.
What are you?
I'm a dog. I'm a dog. That's what you're getting. Getting a dog.
I just love that answer right there. He just looked at the reporter. He goes, I'm a dog. I'm like, yeah, you are.
A dog. That's what you're getting. Getting a dog. Getting somebody that's a leader, true leader. I'm going to go out there each and every week, put my body on the line for my teammates, for this organization, and my family. So,
What is your son's name?
Ernest. He's the 5th.
Ernest the fifth. He's Ernest the 4th, and now he's got Ernest the 5th. That is insane.
That's a lot of Ernests.
And also, this is now his 3rd team. He's only been in the league for a few years. He's only 24 years old. But he did say that he really thinks that he wants Seattle to be the team that he stays with for a very long time.
I do. I'd love to be in Seattle. My wife's happy. She's back into where there's a little city vibe. So
I love that. Happy wife, happy life, even in the world of professional sports.
She's happy. I'm good, and I'm gonna do whatever I can to be on this team for the long haul. If that's where they see me, and fitting in. From there, we work out everything else.
By working on everything else, that means at some point you're going to have to pay me a lot of money.
Yeah. Tonight is game 1 of the World Series, the Yankees versus the Dodgers in L.A., and there is a local tie-in. Sequim native Pearl Peterson is a student at the University of Illinois, and she will be singing the national anthem at the World Series for the 2nd consecutive year for Game 2 tomorrow. She's a representative of the Boys and Girls Club of America. Last year, she became the very first youth from the organization to receive this honor.
No pressure.
Yeah, right?
She's already been there, done that. Not a big deal.
Very cool.
Not a big deal, the Seattle Kraken. You know what, though? You got to find a little optimism in this. They're taking on the best team in the NHL, the Winnipeg Jets. They went into this game 6-0. They were up 3-1 against the Seattle Kraken. I'm like, all right, well, that's just what you get. And then all of a sudden, the Kraken turned it on. 2 late goals, including Matty Beniers had a couple goals. Finally, he scored, so that was nice. And they ended up tying it, went into overtime, and then lost. But you know what? Hey, we got a point from that. And the Winnipeg Jets are now 7-0, and we play Carolina tomorrow night at Climate Pledge Arena.
I was pretty excited to see it was oven mitt night last night.
I got to get my hands on one of those oven mitts.
They are so cool.
I don't know how I could get one of those. I could trade maybe one of the bobbleheads that we've gotten. If anyone has an oven, that's what a strange request. If anybody out there has a Kraken oven mitt, I would love to work a trade with you.
I know one guy.
Hey, weather, we're hitting a high of 59 degrees. It's going to be cloudy today. That is the DMD. That's what's up, and go Hawks.
A man dipped into his wedding fund so that he could go to the World Series.
Oh, boy.
But do you think that his fiancée is okay with it?
If that fiance's name was Sarah, no.
You're going to find out at 6:20.
The Daly Migs Show.
We know what they really want this holiday. The perfect pleasure present from Lovers. Find a sexy gift for a loved one and grab something to satisfy yourself, too. Lovers has all the toys and accessories for every desire. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for the hottest holiday gifting. Mention presents for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Early holiday deals are here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday electronic gifts like monitors, tablets, and video games. You'll have money left over for that drum set for your little drummer. And some noise-canceling headphones. Or an outdoor speaker system so the entire neighborhood can hear your holiday tunes. Oh, what fun it is to save. Shop early holiday deals now.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Rockaholics, there's a guy named Raymond Perez who is a very passionate Yankees fan. And Raymond went ahead and dipped into his wedding savings so that he could get 4 tickets to the World Series between the Yankees and the Dodgers.
And now Raymond's getting divorced before he even got married.
The tickets have totaled $9,400.
For 4 tickets?
For 4 tickets. $9,400.
I have... This is the dumbest thing that's probably going to come out of my mouth, at least in the next 3 minutes. But that doesn't seem all that bad when you're talking about in New York or LA, World Series, hot ticket. I wouldn't want to spend that kind of cash, but I spent a lot of money to go see the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. So, I mean, I'm not one to talk. But for 4 tickets, I thought $9,000, you're only getting a pair.
Yeah.
Still ridiculous amount of money. But in the world that we're in now, I wouldn't have been surprised if you said you just got a pair for $9,000.
For sure.
I mean, shoot, that's a cheap ticket at a Taylor Swift concert these days.
Ouch. So he did get his fiance's approval, by the way.
Okay. Smart.
She and the fiance, the husband or husband to be, decided that experiencing the World Series would be worth dipping into that wedding fund. But ticket prices have gone up 71% over the past day, and StubHub is projecting that this could be a record-breaking series in terms of the sales.
It's a lot of money to spend, though. But I think about when I did go to Arizona to see unfortunately the Seahawks lost that Super Bowl, which this would have been the greatest investment of my entire life and the greatest weekend of my entire life because I had a blast. My wife and I had so much fun to be able to go and experience a Super Bowl for the first time, all the pomp and circumstance leading up to it, the parties, the events. It couldn't put a price on that. But man, that was a tough ticket to drop some coin on. Especially when the team lost.
How did you end up getting the tickets in the first place? Was it like a StubHub thing or someone said,
Gather around for story time with Steve Migs and how I lost a lot of money. So when we were at the Green Bay Seahawks NFC Conference Championship game. Seahawks win. Now we're high on adrenaline. We have to go to this game. I'm like, babe, you're right. Let's book our flight. Let's book our hotel right now. Like while we were still in Lumen Field and we got all that, we're like, tickets, we'll figure it out. It'll be expensive, but we can make it happen. That year, for some reason, was like the most ridiculous year when it came to Super Bowl tickets. Like it was unheard of. Even Craig Gass told me, he's like, wait till close to the game. Tickets always go down in price. No different than when we do like a Kraken game. So I'm like, all right. So I'm watching tickets not go down in price, but tickets skyrocket in price, going higher and higher and higher. And it turns out the secondary ticket markets didn't have the supply that they thought they were going to get.
No.
So now people who thought they were getting tickets didn't get tickets. And then they jacked the prices up even more because it became even more in demand to the point where Craig Gass sends me a message, goes, buddy, I'm sorry. I didn't realize any other year it's never been like this. And now I'm stressing because we have tickets, plane tickets, we have a hotel, but we do not have Seahawks tickets up until the day before the game. We are trying everything. I had like 4 different things fall through, and I'm like, now I'm at the point where I'm like, I don't know what to do. Like, this sucks. Like, we have to go to this game. What if they win the Super Bowl and we're not there, but we're there?
Oh.
Right? Yeah. Somehow we get in cahoots and get in connection with a former player of the Seahawks, and the former player is selling his tickets. I was like, this is amazing. What a great thing. And so we agree on an amount. And then 2 hours later, he calls me up and goes, hey, actually, I'm going to have to charge you more for these tickets. I have so many people hitting me up that want to pay me double what I was going to charge you. And I'm like, you have got to be freaking kidding me. Are you serious? Now we're yelling. Now I'm yelling at a former Seahawks player. Like, I'm like, what world is this? But I'm like, I'm so mad. Like, I'm so full. So finally, he still charged me way more than we agreed, but way less than what he was trying to get from me.
Yeah.
And what I saw in the secondary market. But man, that was like the worst day of my life.
Oh, no.
I looked at my wife. I'm like, we are spending so much money on these freaking tickets. And we went to the bank to get cash because we wanted cash. And I'm like, I've never taken this much money out in my entire life. I'm like, man, we're going to be check to check for a while, babe. But like, it was just like one of those things where even my wife's like, I don't think we should do it. I'm like, we're doing it because we're here.
Yeah, you might as well.
We got
Go
caught
big.
up in the moment, man. But that was, and it was more than these Yankees tickets. That was the most ridiculous amount of money I've ever spent on anything. And I regret it when I'm hard up for cash, but like anything, you're like, why did I spend all that money on this? But at the time, while we were there and then we thought they were going to win, I was like, this is money well spent, babe. This is amazing. And we got to sit in the players section with all the family. Like we had all the players, like Richard Sherman's family's right in front of us. This was just an insane experience. Like the energy of that section was on another level because these are family members of these players and they're all crying, thinking that they're about to win the Super Bowl. And then we're all just like deflated after they didn't.
Oh, no. We don't have to relive that part.
Oh, yeah.
Rockaholics, when did you or your partner spend a ridiculous amount of money on an event? Maybe a concert, a sporting event, any of that. 206-803-ROCK. We will take your calls after Green Day.
The Daily Migs Show.
When did you or your partner spend a ridiculous amount of money on an event? Maybe it was a concert. Maybe it was a sporting event like Steve Migs going to the Super Bowl. 206-803-ROCK. Brian from Gig Harbor, tell us about Beyond Wonderland.
Okay, so when I went to Beyond Wonderland with my now fiance, the whole idea was that she was going to pay for it. I was trying to save money so that way I could get a different car.
Okay.
So she paid the tickets up front and a couple of the other things, like it's a multi-day event, so she paid for the campgrounds and all that stuff so that way we could do that. The only thing that she requested of me that I pay for food, I was fine with that until we ran out of food on the first day, so we were stuck eating venue food the rest of the time.
That's expensive.
It really is. And then I was so frustrated with all that was going on, and I just wanted some alcohol, but they don't allow hard alcohol. But they had like a little venue that was in between the campground and the actual area where the music is taking place. I freaking bought a bottle of Jack for like $100 for a fifth over there. Ooh. And then, but that wasn't even the worst gouge. The worst gouge was the freaking margarita that I paid $50 for that only had like a single shot of liquor in it. And I was like so mad I threw half of it away because I was like, I can't even get a buzz off this. So I was like, there's no point. I was just more or less ticked off.
You gotta love festival pricing, man. And so Beyond Wonderland, that's the that's the EDM festival, right?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, after all is said and done, did you still have a good time?
For the most part, yeah. It's not like my entire scene. I mean, watching people cut up lines is a little bit weird to me.
Yeah. Especially while enjoying a $100 bottle of Jack.
Yeah, exactly.
That is a little rough. Somebody just texted in at 206-803-ROCK. My wife and I planned the trip to Mazatlan for the eclipse last April. Our condo reservation we made a year in advance got screwed up 4 days before we left. And there were only 2 rooms left in all of Mazatlan. Is it Mazatlan or Lan? All right, Mazatlan. Sounds cooler. So we paid $3,500 for 3 nights at a hotel.
Ooh. Ouch.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I think for me, the most I ever spent, and it was at an auction. Brad and I, there was an opportunity to buy a suite for Rush.
Okay.
And this was on like the R40 tour, I want to say.
So a suite in the venue.
Yes.
Okay.
I think it was.
I don't know if it was like a suite at a hotel, like next door to the Rush concert. I don't know what's going on.
And I'm looking at Brad because I was emceeing the event, and I'm like, you better bid on this, man. We're going home with this, and that was like close to $1,000. Oh. Yeah, but we got to bring people into the suite. It was really cool.
So you had a limited amount. You could bring whoever you want. Like it was your suite.
We had like a limited number of tickets, like to access it, but then we snuck people.
I was going to say, then you pass
do it
on.
every time.
Hey, it's kind of like us at the Metallica thing when we got access to a suite. All of a sudden, everybody somebody that we knew and their sister was coming into that suite because we all had screenshots of the ticket to get in, which was, I think, hilarious.
Steve, don't tell our secrets.
Okay, my bad. Forget any of that was said. So he said, hey, Migs, my ex and I, we spent $3,800 for a pair of tickets on the 200 level the year before at MetLife Stadium for the Seahawks Super Bowl game, and we watched the Hawks win. Go Hawks.
Go Hawks. Alan from Seattle, you went to Disneyland, and what happened?
Well, the trip actually ended up falling through the floor. We didn't get to make it to Disneyland thanks to COVID and all that good stuff.
Oh, no.
We ended up booking the trip. It was going to be a Christmas Disneyland trip for me, the wife, and the 6 kids, and booked it in June. COVID started really hitting the map about November, December, and then we had actually canceled the trip about October, which was about 4 or 5 months after we booked the trip, and we were thinking, okay, we're not going to get the money back. And the policy, we were literally within 30 days of the policy of not getting our money back, but it took about until February for us to get our money back, but we were sweating the whole time. But
did you get all of it back, or did you or was some of it just a total loss?
Between the vacation rental house for 10 days that we had booked and the Disneyland trip for 6 days, and yeah, we ended up getting it all back, thankfully.
Yeah, thankfully.
Still no Disneyland for the kids, so they're the ones that had to suffer.
Yeah, I hope you guys are going to make another trip at some point.
Oh, if I have anything to do with it, we will.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought you were going to say we won't. I was like, damn.
I have one child. I can't even imagine taking 6 kids to Disneyland.
6 kids has got to be like, you got to take out like a loan on your home.
Yeah.
Making it rain at the park.
Making it rain with Mickey and Minnie.
Rockaholics, how would you like to beat Steve? He is sitting at 299 wins, 90 losses, and 52 ties in 2024. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 6:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
We know what they really want this holiday. The perfect pleasure present from Lovers. Find a sexy gift for a loved one and grab something to satisfy yourself, too. Lovers has all the toys and accessories for every desire. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for the hottest holiday gifting. Mention presents for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Early holiday deals are here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday athletic gifts like bikes, tents, and outdoor gear. You'll have money left over for a premium yoga mat so you can try to touch your toes by New Year's.
Almost there.
Or that Pro Series 2-person sled with titanium alloy skis. Oh, what fun it is to save. Shop early holiday deals now.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Life can be hectic, and managing your mental health is more important today than ever before. That's why Mindful Therapy Group's mission is to take the difficulty out of finding a therapist. Whether you need talk therapy, psychological testing, even medication management, Mindful has you covered. Our compassionate therapists specialize in helping you navigate stress, anxiety, ADHD, OCD, and so much more. With both in-person and telehealth appointments available, you can get the support you need in as little as 48 hours. To make things easier, Mindful Therapy Group also accepts most insurance plans, including Medicare, allowing you to focus on you and not your wallet. Mindful mental health providers offer services for children, teens, adults, and seniors seeking individual, family, or couples therapy. Whatever you need, we're here for you. Join us to start your journey to a healthier and happier you. Visit mindfultherapygroup.com or call 562-MINDFUL to get started today.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal. Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
We know what they really want this holiday. The perfect pleasure present from Lovers. Find a sexy gift for a loved one and grab something to satisfy yourself, too. Lovers has all the toys and accessories for every desire. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for the hottest holiday gifting. Mention presents for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Early holiday deals are here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday beauty gifts, like hair care, makeup, and skincare. You'll have money left over to get your bro the big bottle of cologne. Just remind him one spritz is enough. Or waterproof mascara for that one cousin that makes you laugh till you cry during the family photo shoot.
Say cheese!
Oh, what fun it is to save. Shop early holiday deals now.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Helen Mirren was on the Brave New World podcast recently, and while she was talking about getting older...
I think she's 79.
79. Still
Okay.
looks great.
I don't know what she's been in. I know her name. I can see, like, if you asked me to pick out who Helen Mirren is, if there's a lineup of old ladies, I'd be able to do that, but I don't know what she's in.
Most recently, I watched her in one of the Yellowstone spinoffs.
Okay.
She's fabulous. But she brought up on this podcast Kurt Cobain and mentioned how she is sad that he's not alive anymore because he missed out on GPS.
Number one thing that you realize is your great good fortune at getting to be, I'm 79. And you lose people along the way. And I always say, it's so sad that Kurt Cobain died when he did because he never saw GPS. GPS is the most wonderful thing to watch my little blue spot walking down the street. I just find it completely magical and unbelievable.
Okay, what is happening? There's so many things I want to unpack. I did not realize that she was that obsessed with GPS. But also, why is Kurt Cobain the thing that she's most concerned about? Even the reporter or the interviewer was just like, oh, okay, there, Helen. I like the giggle that he gives at one point.
That Kurt Cobain died when he did because he never saw GPS. GPS is the most wonderful thing to watch.
He's like, what do I do here? How do I even follow this question up?
I mean, did we even have MapQuest, though, when Kurt was still alive?
No.
Yeah, he missed out on MapQuest, too.
But here's the strange thing. So you're like, why Kurt Cobain?
Of all the
and
people.
so I Googled to see, well, I originally Googled it because I saw the story. I'm like, we got to find the audio. We can't just read this quote like that. We need to find the audio. And as I was looking for the audio, apparently Kurt Cobain's been a reference point for her in past years talking about technology for some reason. Like she's weirdly obsessed with Kurt Cobain. Back in 2015, she was doing an interview with Cosmopolitan. She said, I was thinking about Kurt Cobain the other day and he died without knowing the internet. And I was totally blown away by that. Then in 2016, she was being interviewed by the Daily Mail, and she said, if I died at 27, the age that Kurt Cobain died in 1994, I'd never even know that there was an internet. Incredible things are happening all the time, and I can't wait to see what happens next. GPS.
So is she just the biggest Nirvana fan ever?
I don't know. This is all new to me, and apparently it's been going on for a while. So, my stupid brain now starts thinking, well, what would happen if Kurt was around? Would he sing a song about GPS?
Oh, boy.
And so I took her little interview, like the quote, and I plugged it into artificial intelligence and said, can you write a Nirvana-inspired song with this quote? And it did.
Of course it did.
And I don't know if it's really a Nirvana song or if it's just a grunge song, but you know what? Would you like to hear what it would sound like if Kurt wrote a song about GPS thanks to the robots?
I don't think I have a choice, Steve.
I'm a big fan of GPS. I get lost in the street and think, oh, yes, GPS is the most wonderful thing. Watch a little blue spot walking down the street. Hey, yeah, GPS is completely magical. Hey, yeah, GPS is unbelievable.
I say we send this to Helen Mirren and just have her mind blown. Like, Kurt wrote this for you in the afterlife.
Oh, my gosh. She might believe you at her advanced age.
Advanced age.
Okay, we're good.
Also, why does all of the AI songs you write have a pop punk undertone?
I didn't write this. I just said write a Nirvana-inspired song based on this interview.
Danny, you need to take it up with the robots.
I'm just saying, it's does that did not sound grunge to me at all.
Beggars can't be choosers.
Rockaholics, the Seahawks are taking on the Bills at Lumen Field this Sunday, and we get to chat with wide receiver Jake Bobo at 7:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
Rockaholics, our Seattle Seahawks are coming off of an amazing win last week versus the Falcons in Atlanta. And this morning, we are so excited to be joined by Jake Bobo, wide receiver number 19. Good morning, Jake.
How's it going? Thanks for having me on, guys.
Dude, how are you doing, man? This has been an awesome start to the season. Obviously, it was a little bit of adversity, but man, what a bounce back.
Big bounce back for the team. Obviously, we were on a 3-game skid, and then to go down to Atlanta and get a win at their house was big for us.
This might be a strange question, but who helps keep everybody's head on straight? Is it Coach McDonald? Is it Geno Smith? When you're dealing with that kind of adversity, how do you keep in good spirits at practice and just to come out the way you guys came out against Atlanta? You guys came out swinging.
Yeah, it's a group effort, to be honest with you. Obviously, Geno plays a big role in that, but all the vets. You talk about guys like Geno, Lake, and Tomlinson on the offensive side, DK, Locke, and all those guys, and then Coach McDonald, Coach Grubb, and those guys on the staff do a good job. But, to be honest with you guys, we're a pretty even-keeled team, and that's what's fun about this squad is we're never too high, never too low, and so we knew we were going to come out and had a chance to get a win against Atlanta, and went over there and did that.
We're talking with Jake Bobo of our Seattle Seahawks, and I have a question. This might be a silly question, but let's say hypothetically you were going to be in a buddy cop movie with one member of our Seattle Seahawks. Who would your buddy cop be?
That is a great question. Probably, I'm close with the receivers, obviously, so I'm taking either Tyler Lockett or Jackson. Either one of those two guys. I feel like I could play a role off pretty well with either of those two.
But if you need somebody to beat everybody down, I feel like DK might be the guy.
That's true. That's a good point too. That's a really, really good point too.
This is
you never know.
There's a question, just out of pure curiosity, because earlier this week we found out that the Seahawks traded to get linebacker Ernest Jones IV from the Titans.
Yeah.
How do you guys find out about a trade? Do you find out when we do on social media, or is there a group text? I've always wondered, how do players find out during the season? Because obviously you're all doing a million things. Do they call a group meeting?
Yeah, well, it worked out pretty well because we've got a team meeting Wednesday mornings, and so it just so happened that I think that team meeting was right after the trade was made, and so Coach McDonald made a announcement in front of the team, and obviously a bunch of us knew him due to his time with the Rams, so we played him a little bit last year, and we're excited to have him on board, excited to see what he can do for this team and defense.
Speaking of excitement, did you ever anticipate the city of Seattle just falling in love with you as much? We had the hashtag more Bobo. Anytime they show you on the screen, you get a reaction from the fans. When I was at the game, you've become like a cult figure in this town. It's got to be awesome for you.
Oh, it's so cool. It's so cool. I'm so, thankful to you guys. Thankful for the 12 community as a whole, just for kind of embracing me and my personality, and hopefully we can keep getting wins for you guys.
And Jake, you've got your own merch now. You have more Bobo merch. You've got the Jake Bobo logo. Tell us about how that all came together.
Well, like you guys just touched on, when you get some encouragement and a little bit of a following from the city of Seattle, you feel like you might have to take advantage of that. And so that's what, me and my agency team did. We put a couple products out there, and to be honest with you, I thought maybe my mom, my grandma would buy a few T-shirts, but that'd be pretty much it. But it's been going pretty well so far, so thank you guys.
I've got another really silly question. We saw recently the Bro Bible put out this story about NFL quarterbacks that people would most want to have a beer with, and Baker Mayfield was number 1. Kirk Cousins was number 2. My buddy Steve said that he would want Geno Smith, and I would want Gardner Minshew. Who would you most like to share a beer with from the world of quarterbacks?
Well, it's G is the far and away number 1 for me, just because we've got a relationship with him, and he's a great guy, great leader. Obviously, as you guys know, a great quarterback as well. So he's number 1 for sure. I definitely grab a couple beers with that guy. But other than that, man, I don't know. I'm not too familiar with a lot of guys off the field around the NFL. I played with Daniel Jones in New York in college, and so we've actually had our fair share of beers together, so I can go back to that one.
All right, I have one last thing. I want to switch to movies for a second, because I saw you in an interview and you said that Will Ferrell is your favorite actor.
Yep.
All right, here's the question for you. You're putting together a Mount Rushmore of Will Ferrell movies. What are you putting on that list? I want to see how close you and I are.
Yeah. Okay, so number 1 is Old School. He doesn't necessarily. I'd say he has a pretty main role in that movie.
Hell yeah, Frank the Tank.
Yeah. So Old School is number 1 for me. We got Step Brothers. Is probably number 2. I'm blanking on the name, but there's him and is it Danny McBride? Have a movie about dinosaurs, and I'm blanking on it.
Oh, Land of the Lost. Is it
Land of the Lost?
Right.
Oh my gosh, I love that movie. I mean, those are my top 3. I'd probably go with what's the one when him, if we're being more recent, him and Kevin Hart.
That's a
Get
Hard.
Get Hard.
Oh, Get Hard. Yes.
Hard. Yes, that's a good one. Yes, Get Hard.
I'm impressed that you didn't throw Elf or Anchorman in there. I love that you went with some deep cuts.
Those are great movies. I think they've I don't want to say they're overplayed, but I've seen those movies a lot of times, and so once you kind of they run its course, you got to move on.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man. No, I'm with you on all the ones that you picked. That's fantastic.
We've been chatting with Jake Bobo, wide receiver for the Seahawks, and I've got a silly Halloween question for you. Halloween is obviously next week. What would you say is the GOAT of all Halloween candies?
Okay, listen, I'm going to take some heat for this one. I'm a big Butterfinger guy.
Yeah.
If we're going Halloween candy, just for nostalgia's sake, I'm going to throw candy corn out there. And listen, I know that's not necessarily a popular pick, but...
Jake, I was having a lot of fun until right now.
I had a feeling I might get that response,
Have you ever had Butterfinger on your Menchie's?
No, I haven't.
Oh, they offer that as a topping, man. It's a game changer.
All right. I'm on it. Let me write that down.
Jake Bobo, big congrats on the win versus the Falcons last weekend, and we're so excited that the Seahawks are back home at Lumen Field on Sunday versus the Buffalo Bills. What do you think it's going to take to secure a victory on Sunday?
The same thing it took last Sunday. I mean, you got to do the same thing every week to win games in this league on a consistent level. And obviously that's a really good team coming in here, so we're going to have to score a lot of points on offense and play well on defense. And then obviously the battle of special teams is often overlooked, but it's something that Coach McDonald and Coach Harbaugh take real seriously, and they should. So we got to win that phase as well. You win all 3, you win the game. So that's kind of what we're focusing on right now.
Jake, it's been a pleasure getting to chat with you, man, and it's just been awesome to see how much love you've been getting over the last couple of seasons, and I can't wait to watch it continue to happen this whole season.
Yes, sir. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate it.
More Bobo.
More Bobo.
All right.
And no candy corn.
Just a little.
Okay, fine.
All right, thanks, Jake.
Take care, Jake.
See you, bye.
I honestly thought I was the only person that liked the movie Land of the Lost. It's got like 20-something% on Rotten Tomatoes. When he said that, I was a little confused. I was like, oh my gosh, I found somebody who also likes that movie.
Now you need to get the Bobo jersey.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
add to your collection.
I'm going to go broke if we keep buying jerseys for all the players that we talk to.
Steve Migs, do you consider yourself to be a forgiving person?
If you get me a Seahawks jersey with Jake Bobo, I'll forgive you for anything.
How would you handle an old friend apologizing for something they did decades ago? A celebrity used his podcast as a way to apologize to a former co-star for something that he did, and you're going to hear all about it after Jet.
The Daily Migs Show.
At Lovers, you can get what you really want this holiday, a perfect pleasure present. Find a sexy gift for a loved one and pick up something indulgent for yourself. Lovers has lingerie, toys, and accessories for every desire. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention Indulge for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Early holiday deals are here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday fashion gifts, like cozy fits and stylish shirts. You'll have money left over for those aviators that make you feel like a maverick. Or that ugly holiday sweater that's like really ugly.
OMG, that's like really ugly.
Oh, what fun it is to save. Shop early holiday deals now.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
On the Where Everybody Knows Your Name podcast, Ted Danson reflected on a long-standing memory with Kelsey Grammer from their Cheers days. And he expressed some big regret over a past disagreement that they had and then ended up apologizing for it.
I feel like I got stuck a little bit with you during the Cheers years. I have a memory of getting angry at you once.
Yeah, you came and told me that one day, and
that
was
it's
good.
Stuck in both of our memories. Yeah. But I feel...
Sorry, Kelsey's kind of like, oh, yeah, I'm aware of this. Where are we going with this, buddy? Come on, give it to me.
But I feel like, I don't know, I feel like I missed out on the last 30 years of Kelsey Grammer, and I feel like it's my bad, my doing, and I almost feel like apologizing to you. I know I don't.
I almost feel like I want to apologize. This is such a strange conversation. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but it just seems to me really odd that they're doing this also on the podcast.
Yeah.
Like, if you really felt that bad, I'm sure you could got his number, or before you start the podcast, be like, hey, Kelsey, we just need to have a quick talk.
Before we turn the mics on.
Right. This is just so strange to me.
My doing, and I almost feel like apologizing to you. I know I don't feel like I apologize.
Thank you
To you and me.
I wish we'd
that I
spent some more
sat
time
back,
together.
and didn't. And I really do apologize.
Thanks.
Weird part is I don't think he even remembered exactly what he was apologizing for. He's just like, I know I pissed you off back in the day and I was mad at you, but sorry, I guess.
Yeah. Do you know who's not as forgiving?
Who?
Stevie Nicks. So Stevie Nicks had a recent interview with Rolling Stone where she shared some of her thoughts about her former boyfriend and Fleetwood Mac bandmate, Lindsey Buckingham. And she said that even the tragic passing of Christine McVie could not bring them to be okay with each other.
Usually a lot of times when someone passes away, that's the moment when, or some kind of tragedy. I think about even like Blink-182, when they went through cancer scares. Travis nearly died on a plane thing. Tom was probed by an alien. There were a lot of tragic moments that happened with that band. So finally, they're like, look, and also I think their producer from back in the day died.
Oh yeah.
So they're like, life's too short. We need to bury the hatchet. So that did not inspire Stevie Nicks at all. But they were in a relationship together.
They were.
Okay.
There's a Fleetwood Mac song that she wrote about like the betrayal and everything called Silver Springs, and it is like intense. And if you ever watched them perform it live back in the day, she's like hate singing to him.
I love that.
And he's hate singing back, and it is like you can just
Awkward.
cut the tension with a knife. But it is an amazing song.
I always wonder about that in those moments where like an artist is like, you're singing about me and we have to do an entire tour, because I think about No Doubt.
Oh, of course.
The bassist Tony.
Yeah.
He was the inspiration of their biggest hit, Don't Speak, by No Doubt, because he was dating Gwen Stefani before they became a big band. And I'm like, man, your entire career, your nice house, your the fact that your entire family's probably set for life.
Oh yeah.
The life journeys that you've been on with this band is all because you broke this girl's heart.
Want to know another wild thing about that song, that Silver Spring song that Stevie Nicks wrote? It was supposed to be on Rumors, which ended up being like one of the biggest albums of all time. And she was going to promise the royalties from that song to her mom. Mm-hmm. And then Lindsey Buckingham said, this song is too painful. And he wouldn't let them put it on that album.
Wow.
So, yeah, so she's got a lot of resentment
but eventually,
for that as well. So, they did release the song on like way, way, way later. Like, I think decades later. But, yeah, it's wild.
That's pretty crazy.
Don't make Stevie mad.
And so there's no chance of them ever getting back together. It doesn't sound like... Not as a relationship, but as a band, obviously.
Yeah, and I don't even think they're going to be able to forge a friendship after all that, so...
Would you be annoyed, though, to go back to the Ted Danson thing, would you be annoyed that you've had a 30-year issue and you're Kelsey Grammer and you're like, this sucks. Like, when are you going to apologize for this? And then he finally does 30 years later and on a podcast.
Oh, yeah.
You wouldn't be bothered at all by that?
I don't know, not really. I mean, at that point, at least he thought to do it, and maybe that's the only way they could get together is like, hey, do you want to come and record a podcast with me?
See, I think I'd be annoyed because it's just the timing of it all is very strange. It seems like you want to do it because people are watching and listening.
Well, I guess maybe that.
Yeah, I'd be like, you could have done this before we started the interview, you dumbass. And then I'd be more mad at him.
I do have an apology this morning, though. Steve Migs, I'm sorry that we did not properly celebrate your 300th win during Beat Migs with actual confetti cannons.
We had Cool in the Gang. That was good enough. If you missed it, they stopped in studio and played Celebrate. It was bonkers.
So congratulations on your 300th win this morning.
Thank you.
You also have 90 losses and 52 ties in 2024. And right now we need someone to call to take you down. 206-803-ROCK. We will play Beat Migs at 7:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
We know what they really want this holiday. The perfect pleasure present from Lovers. Find a sexy gift for a loved one and grab something to satisfy yourself, too. Lovers has all the toys and accessories for every desire. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for the hottest holiday gifting. Mention presents for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Early holiday deals are here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday gifts for the home, like vacuums, bedding, and home decor. You'll have money left over for those sweet handbells you've had your eye on. Or those gingerbread scented candles that help with the illusion that you made the dessert yourself. Oh, what fun it is to save. Shop early holiday deals now.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Feeling overwhelmed? Struggling with mental health shouldn't be the norm. At Mindful Therapy Group, we specialize in connecting you with compassionate therapists that can support you through stress, anxiety, ADHD, and so much more. With in-person and telehealth appointments available, we can get you seen in as little as 48 hours. To make things easier, Mindful Therapy Group accepts most health insurances, including Medicare, allowing you to focus on you and not your wallet. Visit mindfultherapygroup.com to start your mental health journey today.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
At Lovers, you can get what you really want this holiday, a perfect pleasure present. Find a sexy gift for a loved one and pick up something indulgent for yourself. Lovers has lingerie, toys, and accessories for every desire. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention Indulge for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Early holiday deals are here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday athletic gifts like bikes, tents, and outdoor gear. You'll have money left over for a premium yoga mat so you can try to touch your toes by New Year's.
Almost there.
Or snowshoes so you can hike to your super secret spot to find the perfect tree.
Aha!
Oh, what fun it is to save. Shop early holiday deals now.
The Daily Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs.
Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a loser.
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know I sure am, because we made it. It's Friday.
Friday, motherfucking Friday. Everybody's ready for the weekend.
It's Friday. Everybody's looking forward to the weekend.
They're jumping. They're doing too much, as always.
It's about 100% more than we're willing to do.
Yes, it is. Yeah. And it's a Blue Friday, and I want to know predictions. Do we think we got this?
Yeah, of course.
Yes.
I'm kidding. Before this Falcons game, I was a little more nervous. Not that you beat the Falcons, you can beat anybody, but I'm feeling pretty good about things. I'm excited about the new guy that they just picked up. And
yeah.
You know what? Coming a little momentum. You never know what will happen. And he just played the Buffalo Bills, so he can tell us everything about playing them.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know if that helps any of you.
He's got a little,
He's got a little experience.
Yeah. Well, I have faith. Let's get to Tom from Olympia. Tom, are you there?
I'm here.
I'm Sarah, your host, and it's time for you to get out of here, Steve.
Bye-bye.
Oh, Tom, perhaps what were you doing at 5:40 yesterday?
I was sitting down at the dinner table with my kids.
Oh, that's actually really sweet. I assume you guys weren't listening to the men's room and you didn't hear the cheat sheet, did you?
Well, I would have to say we weren't listening to KISW.
Oh, okay. Well, for those playing at home, Tom has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can pass all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yes.
How many ancient wonders of the world are there?
7?
Correct. What ingredient makes the Shirley Temple red?
Pass.
Kelly Ripa met her husband on the set of which soap opera?
All My Children?
Yes. The best a man can get is a famous tagline from what company?
Gillette.
Correct. The 3 NFL teams from California are the 49ers, Chargers, and who?
Rams.
Yes. What happens if you get a gremlin wet?
They multiply.
Yes. Who had a wardrobe malfunction while performing at the 2004 Super Bowl?
Oh, Janet Jackson.
Yes. What was the first single to be released by the band Oasis?
Wonderwall?
No.
Pass.
Tony Stark is what superhero?
Iron Man.
Yes. How many chambers are there in a dog's heart?
2?
No.
3?
No.
4?
Yes. Wow, Tom, you didn't even really need that cheat sheet because you got all the answers correct that were on it. And you got 8 correct.
Ooh.
Ooh, that's a good score.
I'm impressed.
I am too.
In Tom, we trust.
Last time.
What'd you get last time?
4 days.
You doubled your score. Let's see if it's good enough. I think it is. Steve, are you ready?
Yeah.
How many ancient wonders of the world are there?
8?
No.
9?
No.
10?
No. What ingredient makes a Shirley Temple red?
Grenadine?
Yes. Kelly Ripa met her husband on the set of which soap opera?
Days of Our Lives?
No.
General Hospital?
No.
All My Children?
Correct. The best a man can get is a famous tagline from what company?
OnlyFans?
No.
Ashley Madison?
No.
Gillette?
Correct. The 3 NFL teams from California are the 49ers, Chargers, and who?
The Rams?
Yes. What happens if you get a gremlin wet?
You have to marry him. Oh! No, sorry. Yeah, they multiply. Sorry.
Who had a wardrobe malfunction while performing at the 2004 Super Bowl?
That'd be Janet Jackson.
Sure would be. What was the first single to be released by the band Oasis?
Wonderwall?
No.
Oh, wait. Supersonic.
Yes. Tony Stark is what superhero?
Iron Man.
Correct. How many chambers are there in a dog's heart?
4?
Yes. Wow, Steve. And with that, you got 9 correct. Wow. This is like a repeat of earlier this morning, 9-8. Sorry, Tom.
It's okay. Nice game, Steve.
You too, Tom. Have a great weekend.
That was a nice game.
Sweet victory.
You only missed the first question, and you danced all around it. There are 7 ancient wonders of the world.
So you're not counting Andre the Giant?
No, I didn't. No.
I believe he was like billed as the 8th wonder of the world. From growing up being a wrestling fan, they always made that such a big deal. And I believe that was true.
Of course.
No wonder why you got this question wrong.
Yeah. I blame wrestling.
Yeah, and congrats, you still won.
Live Night is coming back December 13th. We are going to be at Showbox Soto, and everything gets performed live that night for 4 glorious hours.
What is your favorite part of all the live?
Oh, I mean, usually
Insanity.
it's the Foley artist.
The Foley artist.
They do all the sound effects, and they've got this crazy table of everything you could possibly need to make any sound known to man. And we even quiz them on it.
I think for me, I have a lot of favorite moments, but I think once we're able to kind of like be done with what we're doing, sit back and enjoy the show. The Barbershop Quartet always cracks me up on the men's room.
They're amazing. That's going to be part of it for sure. And we're going to be having special guests, lots of great stuff from the KISW New Originals. And if you don't have your tickets yet, shame on you. You can head over to KISW.com to get those right now. Rockaholics, we would love for you to call us so we can ask you a very simple question for anyone that either owns a home or is thinking of buying a home. 206-803-ROCK. And we promise this is a simple question.
This is a good one.
And we will ask it to you after Red Hot Chili Peppers.
The Daily Migs Show.
In a poll, 30% of people said that they would not have a problem buying a house where someone had been murdered in it.
Just in time for the spooky season.
If it was otherwise a great house. 32% say murder would be a deal breaker. And 38% say that they don't know what they'd do.
So do they have to tell you if somebody was murdered or died? I mean, I don't know if they have to give you the full details. If somebody was dead in that house at some point and you're thinking about buying the house, does somebody have to tell you that?
So, in certain states, yes. In Washington State, no. And I just learned this right now. I
Do
thought
we need
that.
to ask why you knew.
Okay, so American Horror Stories, the show, it's filmed in California, and they do have a whole thing of like if it's a death or a suicide in the past year or 3 years, they have to disclose it.
Okay,
but only year or 3 years. But I thought that was just like the law of the land everywhere. But I looked it up,
case by case.
Washington, they don't have to. They should. You can ask, but they don't have to tell you.
Oh, but I'd be weird if I'd ask the realtor and I'm like, hey, did anyone die in here? And they're just like, can't tell you. I'm like, well, then you're pretty much telling me,
right?
Yeah.
Well, apparently also younger adults are more hesitant about living in a house where there's been a murder, and women are more wary about it than men. So this leads to our simple question today.
It's the simple question.
And we're going to kick it to Jesse in Sumner. Jesse, would you have a problem buying a house where someone was murdered or died in it?
Yes, I would. If they were murdered, absolutely.
Okay.
If they just died of natural causes, I'd be fine. But murder is like, that's too much evil juju going on.
I feel like you and my wife are pretty much on the same page. I don't know if she would be okay even if they naturally died. I think she would be. But the murdered one should just be like, I don't think I could be in a house where that energy is in there.
Yeah. Oh, and especially if it was pretty public, like depending how public the murder was.
Yeah.
Sorry, my son's in the car.
Well, what does he think? Would he buy a house?
Justin in Ferndale, same simple question to you. Would you have a problem buying a house where someone was murdered or died in it?
So before I looked this up, I told Sarah yes, but it tries to value the house down by 25%. So yeah, no, definitely.
Oh, dude, yeah. If I was able to get a massive discount on the home, I'd be looking at my wife and like, we just need, you know what? You just don't need to go in the room where it happened.
Yard, all of that. Yeah, no, give me the house for 25% off. Yeah, sure, deal.
Thanks, Justin. What about you, Taryn?
I mean, the house that we bought was foreclosed upon, so it was kind of a disaster. There could have been some wild stuff that happened in there, but we would never know.
But if you knew.
I mean, I just probably burn a little sage and call it good, you know?
You think Brad would be okay with it? Your husband?
Probably not. He gets a little creeped out by stuff.
So he's more sensitive about this.
Oh, yes. I have to be the tough one in our relationship.
Is it because he smokes a lot of pot and he doesn't want to get all paranoid thinking that like the ghost of the old owner is hanging out with him?
I think that would probably be a deal breaker for him. I think I could get past it. I mean, especially if like a lot of time had passed, like in our case of getting a house that no one had lived in for so long.
Yeah, I don't think it would have fazed me at all in any situation. Really? As long as the place is clean and I got a good deal, especially if I get a good deal, I'd be all right with it. I'm positive my wife would be like, we ain't doing it.
Right. What happens when things start touching you at night?
Ooh.
Well, then finally something is. Hey-o. Depends on where they're touching me, Danny.
Denny's just announced that they have plans to close 150 of their restaurants, and many are very sad about this, while others, not so much. So we're going to go straight to the comments at 8:20.
The Daily Migs Show.
At Lovers, you can get what you really want this holiday, a perfect pleasure present. Find a sexy gift for a loved one and pick up something indulgent for yourself. Lovers has lingerie, toys, and accessories for every desire. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention Indulge for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Early holiday deals are here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday beauty gifts like hair care, makeup, and skincare. You'll have money left over to get your bro the big bottle of cologne. Just remind him one spritz is enough. Or waterproof mascara for that one cousin that makes you laugh till you cry during the family photo shoot.
Say cheese!
Oh, what fun it is to save. Shop early holiday deals now.
Everyone knows social media is a time suck, and what you're about to hear proves it. If it's online, someone, somewhere, has an opinion and is whining about it. So let's get straight to the comments.
Denny's has just announced their plans to close 150 restaurants and cut down the menu.
Aye.
It's a 71-year-old restaurant chain that's so important to so many of our histories and past lives and things of that nature.
Many a late night at the Denny's.
Absolutely. But they're saying that the sales have not been great. The late night is struggling, and they say about 10% of Denny's total restaurants are going to be closed.
Do you think a little bit has to do with DoorDash? Now people are just like, I'll just go home and I'll just DoorDash some food to my house as opposed to stopping in a restaurant.
Yeah. I mean, so I live in such a place where you don't really get to DoorDash much. Do they do it late into the night like that?
I mean, I don't know. Everyone's got a price.
Well,
yeah, I got to imagine there's somebody that's like, yeah, I'll drive over to your house at 3 a.m. and drop off an omelet if you're really going to pay me it.
Well, some people are heartbroken about Denny's closing up a lot of their restaurants, and other people's opinions are a little bit different. So we're going to go straight to the comments.
Took a few of these posts and we sent them to our production director, Jason, and just said, hey, read some of these comments, do whatever impression you want, just to illustrate how worked up and how silly people get on social media, sometimes over to the dumbest stuff. Are you ready for the first comment?
Oh, yes.
All right, here we go.
Oh, well, we eat at Waffle House anyway.
Okay, so I guess it doesn't really impact that lady.
I mean, I guess you could shift gears.
Which was your go-to?
Oh, it was always Denny's.
Denny's was the go-to?
Absolutely.
Denny's was third on, I think, our list back. Well, I don't even know if it was even third. The main go-to back when I was playing in a band, and we would play, like, in Capitol Hill at some bars, and at the end of the night, you're like, dude, I don't want to go to bed yet. And still riding the high of playing the show, and we're hungry. IHOP. The IHOP in Capitol Hill. That was our number one spot. I loved going there. Number 2, Sherry's.
And they're closing all the Oregon locations.
I know. Sad day for people in Portland.
Still have never been to a Sherry's.
Oh, the pies. I think their loaded hash browns are phenomenal.
What?
Yeah, it's like hash browns with like cream cheese in them and others. Not cream cheese, sour cream.
Can we go? Can we go to a Sherry's, guys?
Yes.
It's next level. And then I think, though, some of the local institutions, like Beth's when I was around.
Oh, Beth's
and
was
the
always
Hurricane.
Glows on Capitol Hill.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So now we sound like the old lady about the Waffle House. Here's our next comment about Denny's shutting down.
This is a sad day for old people.
Sad day for drunk people, too.
Well, you say drunk people. The one in Pullman, they had 75-cent wells when I was in school over there. 75. You could get hammered during the Seahawks game.
That, I don't know why, but that just feels weird that you're going to a Denny's to get wasted.
It was
I feel like
awesome.
that's where you go after you are wasted.
Yeah.
But for that kind of a deal, sign me up.
So great.
What? I'm surprised no one wants to pay $15 for eggs. Out of here, Denny's. Oh!
Okay, I think everywhere is charging a lot of money for eggs.
For sure.
Yeah, not just Denny's.
The price of eggs has gone up.
What was your go-to when you would go there?
Oh, man, I always like the moons. Moons over my hammy.
Or any late-night breakfast type of a spot.
You never had the moons?
No. Other than that hammy.
Mine was always the huevos rancheros.
I was a basic bitch.
Did you do the Grand Slam?
No, a couple eggs, couple of like sausage links or bacon, and then the toast.
What? How do you like your eggs?
It's a personal question I don't want to answer on the radio. Over easy.
Over easy. All right.
What about you?
Well, that depends on the day.
Do not
Usually,
say scrambled.
I do like a scrambled egg.
God dang it.
I do, but like, over easy on a piece of toast I love.
I'm only scrambling it if I'm making the eggs, because I try and make something else and it backfires. So I'm like, well, F it. Just smush it around. It's now scrambled. Yeah. What's your go-to, Sarah?
I was the Grand Slam, but I would just get pancakes, English muffin, hash browns, and another English muffin. So it would just be a bunch of carbs.
Oh, yeah.
What was what kind of jam did you put on it?
Oh, strawberry. Do not even look at me. I know you're going to say grape, and I want to punch you in your face.
Ugh, grape?
Grape.
Oh, my God.
Grape all the time. It's the dominant flavor in everything. Soda, gum, jellies.
You and my husband are the only two people in the world that think that.
I only like my grapes in wine form. That's it.
Mm-hmm.
Here's our next comment.
Good. The carpet stinks there.
What? Maybe you should not lay on the floor when you're there. I would have never known that.
No.
That Grand Slam ain't slamming no more.
The Denny's up in Arlington was also always our destination after going to see the races at Skagit Speedway. That was like the gathering place for the kids of Stanwood.
That's awesome.
It was great.
Also the fun of being there late at night at like 2 a.m. and you're just around other drunk people and like overhearing their conversations and people are crying about things. It was always a fun time.
Oh, yeah.
We got one more comment about Denny's shutting down in some places.
This is what you get for getting rid of my spaghetti. Burn in hell, Denny's.
Wait, Denny's had spaghetti?
Yeah, of course they did.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that ever went and got like anything other than breakfast at a Denny's or any of those places. No one ever gets an actual meal that's not breakfast.
That's how I feel about it.
I used to always they had veggie burgers, Steve. You could build your own burger.
That was before he was a veg head.
That's before I became a plant-based weirdo.
Yeah.
Oh, they were good except for the one time they didn't give me a veggie burger.
What did they give you, an actual burger?
Yes, y'all, and I bit into it, and I had a freak out and immediately spit it back on my plate, and I've never trusted, I have everyone try the burger for me now.
So did you even get one chew, or was it just immediately entering your mouth you knew?
Oh, no, I mean, I bit it. It was in my mouth, and I was like, yeah, and I was like, bleh. And then at the time, I was with my
friend.
This
doesn't taste like cardboard.
Yeah. Literally, I was like, this must be real.
Oh, man. R.I.P. a lot of Denny's. There's a man who was arrested for DUI while driving a Zamboni. We're going to tell you what's trending after Foo Fighters.
The Daily Migs Show.
As you make this morning yours, Rockaholics, we are here to hook you up with some information by telling you what's trending.
Trending on the Daily Migs Show. What's trending? Let's go. Let's go.
A Zamboni driver in Quebec, Canada, has been arrested on suspicion of DUI after a low-speed crash.
So he wasn't driving a car. He was in trouble for driving the Zamboni on the ice.
Yes.
I don't know why this is the most Canadian story ever.
It's so Canadian. The driver was 25 years old, and he was supposed to be cleaning the ice between two games. Nobody knows exactly what happened, but they are assuming he was wasted or something along those lines because he just drove the Zamboni straight into the boards.
It's not just the players enjoying some beers during a beer league game. Apparently, it's also the Zamboni driver.
Some witnesses called the police. They did administer a sobriety test, and he did fail it because he was arrested and booked. Nobody was hurt, but a door onto the rink was damaged.
Dude, at the old rink, the people who ran it, these a couple older guys, they were grumpy. I loved them. They were two of my favorite guys. But one of the guys, he would get so pissed if you spent too much time on the ice after your game. Because a lot of those are BSing with the other team, just cracking some jokes. You're slowly getting off the ice. You're grabbing all of your stuff. And he would just start up the Zamboni and wouldn't care. And he's like, if you're still on the ice and you're in my way, I'm not stopping. And there were a few close calls where we were like, dude, slow the F down. But he wasn't drunk. He was just mad.
Oh, no. I think that would be probably one of the more fun things to drive.
I was a little not jealous, but I was excited for Ryan Castle, but I was a little jealous. I'm like, did you see recently Ryan Castle got to drive the Zamboni?
Where was that?
I think he was either at the ShoWare Center or at the Angel of the Winds Arena. Not during a game, but just at a random time.
Oh, my gosh.
They let him get on it and just drive it around. He's bucket list. Right.
Ugh.
Do you think he'd be a good driver at it, or would you slam into a wall?
I think I'd be pretty good. Keep it between the lines.
All right, so there was a new study that was done by, every time I hear the name of this clinic, I think of the condiment, but I know it's not that, the Mayo Clinic.
Yeah.
Which would be weird if they're just dealing with just mayonnaise and studies, but they figured out a way to determine if you are old and aging or not. And the way you do it, and I think we should all stand up and do it.
Okay.
You got to stand on your non-dominant leg.
Ooh.
So whatever leg you kick a ball with, stand on the other one. Okay. All right. If you could do this for 30 seconds without swaying, without doing anything weird, that means that you're still young.
I'm doing a yoga pose.
How are we all doing right now?
Good.
Danny looks like he's going to fall over, though. He looks very tilted.
I'm also drunk, so it's fine.
Get him a Zamboni. Yeah, I don't know why, but for some reason they said, if you're able to stand on just one leg, that means that you're young at heart, or just young in spirit, or just young in general.
We're so young.
Look at all of us. We've just been doing it. Hopefully nobody's trying that. Well, you're also doing some weird yoga pose, namaste thing.
It feels natural.
Well, congratulations. None of us, I guess, are officially old. Don't believe ages. Sarah, you're good.
Yeah. Yes. Thank you. I didn't.
Me too.
I didn't sway at all. Hopefully, you guys saw that.
Well, that story was complete crap because we're all old as F.
No, not all of us.
To celebrate its 62nd birthday, Taco Bell is reviving 5 fan-favorite menu items with its Decades menu, and they launch 4 on Halloween and a 5th on November 21st.
Okay, we got to check with Danny, because I think Danny's our resident Taco Bell guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I am.
I've gone to a few Taco Bells in my life, but I don't think I know most of these items that are on the menu.
Yeah.
Okay, so these are all under $3. The returning items are the 60s tostada.
Oh, well,
I know what a tostada is.
I was going to say, I feel like that was my go-to when I was a kid. My mom would always just get me the tostada, beans, cheese, and lettuce on top. Oh, so good.
The 70s green sauce burrito.
You know what's funny is I just ordered. You can order those. Like you can order like a bean burrito with just green sauce.
So they're just prepackaging it so that people will buy these things. Like we already have these on the menu. We'll just add 70s. Which makes me think green sauce burrito sounds like some like euphemism for like weed.
Oh yeah,
bunch of stoners in the 70s.
80s Mexi Melt.
Oh, dude, the Mexi Melt was pretty awesome.
I don't remember that one.
I don't know that one.
The 90s Gordita Supreme.
Of course. The Gordita Supreme is amazing.
And the 2000s Caramel Apple Empanada.
We don't need that.
I've never had that one.
I know. I just don't like dessert.
Oh. Do you go Supreme with all of your stuff at Taco Bell? I feel like if you're not getting Supreme, you're just missing out.
You know what's crazy? Yes, first off, because I love the sour cream. Secondly, we went to a Taco Bell in Spokane recently, and they asked us, it was late night after emo night, and we were getting our thing, and they were like, do you want Supreme or spicy? And I was like,
both?
Well, so that being said, I was like, oh, well, we'll try spicy. Whenever. But they didn't give us an option for regular. What spicy is they just threw a bunch of fresh jalapenos on top of everything.
Oh, I thought they were going to give you a link to their OnlyFans page.
They did, yeah.
Did you like it?
You know, honestly, not really. I didn't like it. And they upcharged you for every item. And we had ordered like 14 items. And it was like 80 cents. So we ended up spending like an extra $14 for spicy. And it wasn't even that spicy.
Was that even on the menu?
No.
Or was that like their own thing? They're like, dude, we've got a lot of jalapenos. I got to wait for us to make an extra couple bucks.
I think they made it up, but at that
like
point,
animal style, but it's spicy style.
My girlfriend almost turned into a Karen. She almost went back and was like, "You give us the original. We don't want spicy." And I was like, "Babe, it's 3 a.m. Can we just go to bed?"
Well, was she mad because she didn't like the way it tasted?
No, the upcharge. Because they didn't tell us that it was like they didn't give us an option for a regular one. We're like, "What are we doing here?" That being said, we still love Taco Bell.
Rockaholics, we need someone to give us a call right now that would like to play the game Beat Migs and hopefully take this man down. He's got a record of 301 wins, 90 losses, and 52 ties in 2024. 206-803-ROCK. We play Beat Migs at 8:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
We know what they really want this holiday. The perfect pleasure present from Lovers. Find a sexy gift for a loved one and grab something to satisfy yourself, too. Lovers has all the toys and accessories for every desire. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for the hottest holiday gifting. Mention presents for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Early holiday deals are here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday gifts for the home, like vacuums, bedding, and home decor. You'll have money left over for those sweet handbells you've had your eye on. Or that standing mixer to whip up some holiday cookies. Oh, what fun it is to save. Shop early holiday deals now.
Life can be hectic, and managing your mental health is more important today than ever before. That's why Mindful Therapy Group's mission is to take the difficulty out of finding a therapist. Whether you need talk therapy, psychological testing, even medication management, Mindful has you covered. Our compassionate therapists specialize in helping you navigate stress, anxiety, ADHD, OCD, and so much more. With both in-person and telehealth appointments available, you can get the support you need in as little as 48 hours. To make things easier, Mindful Therapy Group also accepts most insurance plans, including Medicare, allowing you to focus on you and not your wallet. Mindful mental health providers offer services for children, teens, adults, and seniors seeking individual, family, or couples therapy. Whatever you need, we're here for you. Join us to start your journey to a healthier and happier you. Visit mindfultherapygroup.com or call 562-MINDFUL to get started today.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.
At Lovers, you can get what you really want this holiday, a perfect pleasure present. Find a sexy gift for a loved one and pick up something indulgent for yourself. Lovers has lingerie, toys, and accessories for every desire. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention Indulge for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Early holiday deals are here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday athletic gifts like bikes, tents, and outdoor gear. You'll have money left over for a premium yoga mat so you can try to touch your toes by New Year's.
Almost there.
Or snowshoes so you can hike to your super secret spot to find the perfect tree.
Aha!
Oh, what fun it is to save. Shop early holiday deals now.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
The Daly Migs Show presents the most popular radio game on this side of the speaker. Let's play Beat Migs. Beat Migs, don't be a loser. Whoa! Beat Migs, you're a
Who's ready to beat Migs? I know I sure am, because we made it. It's Friday.
Friday, motherfucking Friday. Everybody's ready for the weekend.
I love the fact that Taryn picked up her pumpkins.
Oh, she did.
So she's not wearing a bra?
Honestly, if you see her jumping back there, kind of looks
You
like
just
it.
broke her, by the way, Steve. Oh, I gotta go pick up my pumpkins. Fred! Get me my sports bra! It's Halloween!
You need to ratchet this down.
I'm smashing these pumpkins every step I take.
Wow. Let's just get to Danny from Puyallup. Danny, are you there?
Yep. Oh, sorry.
Yes, sir.
I don't even want to ask a question. I was going to ask how his pumpkins are doing, but I don't even want to know.
Hanging low, baby.
Steve, get out of here.
Bye-bye.
For those
pumpkins with me.
playing at home, Danny has 60 seconds to answer 10 questions. You can guess all you want, but you only get 3 guesses per question. Are you ready?
Yep.
What animal is the title character in the movie Babe?
Big.
Correct. What holiday has the most candy sales?
Easter.
No.
Halloween.
Yes. Which popular video game franchise has released games with the subtitles World at War and Black Ops?
Call of Duty.
Yes. Starring Ali Wong, Netflix just confirmed the 2nd season of what drama?
Bass.
Which former Beatle had a #1 hit with Stevie Wonder in 1982?
Yes.
ESPN stands for Entertainment and Sports Programming what?
Network.
Correct. How many players are there on each side in a polo match?
6, 7, 8.
No. Who played the title character in the 2021 movie Black Widow?
Scarlett Johansson.
Yes. What is the world's tallest mountain above sea level?
Evers?
Yes. What is the official currency in Germany?
Dong.
No.
Pass.
Danny, you got 6 correct.
Now I got to know, is our Danny going to root for this Danny because they share a name?
No, Steve all the way.
You're
Sorry.
not?
He never does.
Yeah, but you guys are named.
You got. I know it's fine. You got Sarah and Taryn to cheer for the other Danny because they don't cheer for me anytime. So.
Yeah, but if Steve's name was Sarah, I would cheer for him all the time.
I don't even know what I just walked in on.
I can't follow her brain either.
I'm looking for a hat trick, 3 in a row, baby.
Woo, let's see. Steve, are you ready?
Oh, yeah!
What animal is the title character in the movie Babe?
A pig.
Correct. What animal has the most, or what holiday has the most candy sales?
Oh, it's got to be Veterans Day. I imagine Halloween.
You'd imagine right. Which popular video game franchise has released games with the subtitles World at War and Black Ops?
Call of Duty.
Correct. Starring Ali Wong, Netflix just confirmed the 2nd season of what drama?
The Queen's Gambit.
No.
Squid Games.
No.
Ali Wong and Friends.
No. Which former Beatle had a #1 hit song with Stevie Wonder in 1982?
Paul McCartney.
Correct. ESPN stands for Entertainment and Sports Programming what?
Network.
You know it. How many players are there on each side in a polo match?
Ooh. Are we talking water polo or actual polo?
Oh, come on. Is there a
8?
difference? No.
9?
No.
7?
No.
Damn it.
Who played the title character in the 2021 movie Black Widow?
Tom Hanks.
No.
Tom Cruise.
No.
Nicole Kidman.
No. What is the world's tallest mountain above sea level?
Everest.
Correct. And with that, Steve, no hat trick for you because you got 6 correct, which is a tie.
Son of a...
6-6.
Wow.
Congrats, Danny, on tying.
All right, Danny, have a good weekend, my friend.
Thank you, Steve.
You're welcome. I really hope you have a great weekend.
You both didn't know this one. Starring Ali Wong, Netflix just confirmed the 2nd season of
Beef.
Yeah.
Highly recommend. It is
Beef.
so funny and a
So
little bit
good.
dark.
Yeah, just a little bit. And how many players are there on each side in a polo match?
11. I don't know.
Only
6.
4.
Oh!
Only 4. That's all you need.
So you're talking horse polo, not water polo.
How many polos are there?
I don't know.
And then one you didn't get to. What is the official currency in Germany?
Euro.
Ooh, you would have won if you got to that one.
Damn it.
Oh, man.
Too bad, so sad.
That's how the cookie crumbles.
Rockaholics, we are bringing Live Night back to you on December 13th at Showbox Soto, where everything is performed live from the stage, from the barbershop quartet to the sound effects. We're going to have the KISW New Originals providing the soundtrack.
Yeah, because the music, we can't play pre-recorded stuff. If we want to play Hook or Shook, we won't be able to do that with pre-recorded stuff. We might have to enlist our friend Micah the Beast.
Oh,
You know, because he's going to be there with us from Me, My Uke and I. Great ukulele player. He's always a blast. He's always a big hit at Live Day because he takes certain songs and turns them into like these little ukulele masterpieces. So
awesome.
That's going to be a blast having him there as well. Plus some other special guests too that we're working on.
Don't miss out. You can get your tickets now at KISW.com. Would you take the day off if your pet was sick, Steve?
Ooh, yes. I guess it depends on how sick.
Okay.
Like if she got chlamydia, I think she's going to have to just deal with it on her
Oh, my
own.
gosh. Well, somehow this possible new law led to an awkward moment here in the office.
It really
And
did.
We're going to tell you about it after Metallica.
The Daily Migs Show.
New York City might adopt a new law that would allow people to take sick days to be home to take care of a sick pet.
I feel like you could always have taken advantage to say, hey, I'm sick. You know, or my wife is sick. You don't have to tell them that it's your dog.
This is CBS News in New York explaining what is going on.
Pet people know furry faces are everything. Take Lila, for example.
She's my fur baby. She's the love of...
I do have a lot of love for our pets, and I do consider them like our little kids in a sense. But if you ever hear me say fur baby, I give you every right to kick me in the ding-ding.
Good.
She's the love of my life.
So it's understandable that if Lila falls ill,
I'm not going to leave her at home alone if she's actively sick.
a just proposed amendment to the city's Earn Safe and Sick Time Act, Introduction 1089, would make it legal for Lila's mom and any pet owner to use sick time to care for a service or companion animal. Council member Sean Abreu sponsored the ad.
We want to make people feel, comfortable in taking care of their animals.
Perhaps.
Come on, man. This is your big fight?
Yeah.
All right. Knock him dead, kid.
Perhaps in the not too distant future, your pets will be treated like family by the city when they're not feeling pawsome. From Chelsea, Vanessa Murdoch, CBS News, New York.
Did she say when they're not feeling pawsome?
When they're not feeling pawsome.
Yep, she did.
That's my girl.
That's funny.
I love a pun.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's pretty legitimate, though. I think it's legit to be able to take a sick day for.
I honestly feel like most bosses would be like, if you got to call like Castle up and be like, hey, man, I'm not going to be. I guess it depends on if your boss has a dog or not. If your boss has a dog, I think chances are they'll be like, yeah, stay home, take care of your dog. It's going to be all right.
Yeah. Ryan, I feel like, would be down because he's a dog guy.
All right. On the flip side, I have to ask a question because things got a little weird here at the studio earlier this morning. How would you feel about bringing your dog to work?
I personally would not bring my dog to work because two people in this room would be very upset if I brought my dog to work.
See, I would bring
you might be too. I don't know.
I would bring my dog to work because two people in this room would not like the fact that I brought. Same reason.
Oh, so you do it just to troll them?
Just to troll them, absolutely. So one of our coworkers here, not anyone in the show, but brought their dog here to work. And it was hilarious because it's like 5 a.m. and all of a sudden I hear the door open to our building and I hear, I'm like, did somebody run up 14 flights of steps? And then, nope, here comes a big-ass dog. And I could not be happier.
I was so happy, too.
I was like, what's up? So then that dog comes here into the studio, and the look on Sarah's face was priceless. I did not realize how much you're like your dad when it comes to dogs in the building.
Yes, I think it's incredibly inappropriate and unnecessary and disgusting. And mind you...
And that dog totally fed into it and could tell that you didn't like him. And he was just all up in your business.
All up in my business.
I thought it was hilarious.
I didn't even I didn't even touch it. I barely even looked at it. This is a big dog and hairy.
So much so that the owner of the dog who brought the dog in asked Sarah if she was hungover because she looked so terrible because of her face.
She was like, are you okay? Oh my gosh, are you feeling all right? Are you hungover?
You had no poker face, and it made it so awkward for our coworker because she's just like, all right, I'm sorry I even came in here. Gotta go.
I have to fall on the sword, though. I opened the door and let the dog in.
After you knew.
Let Winston in.
I let Winston in.
After you knew how I felt about it, because you were like, hey guys, Winston's coming in. Get ready.
We did the breast cancer walk last weekend, and Winston was also at the walk, and I didn't see you having like a meltdown.
Did you see me interact with it at all?
Well, maybe not that either, but you didn't seem perturbed by the number of critters that were there.
Maybe because it's out in the open air.
It's out in the open air. It wasn't in my space, in a closed studio where the windows do not open. I don't want... dogs. She was like, oh, you hate dogs. And I was like, I don't hate dogs.
I just hate your dog.
I don't prefer big hairy ones, that's for sure. I like the ones that are tiny.
But you married George.
Yeah, I did. That's all the dog I need, baby. Wow. I like the little ones that if they bother you, you can just kind of throw them a little. You can just
throw them?
Yes.
Pump the brakes there, crazy lady.
They're tiny, so you can pick it up and put it somewhere. Big dogs, it'll go up. That thing was stronger than me.
I love that Winston's going up near her, and because these chairs swivel, without even missing a beat, Sarah's chair just started swiveling away from the dog. And she had she did that thing where you open your hands further past the threshold of opening your hands. Get this freaking dog away from me.
Don't touch me. Don't lick me. No, I don't want some other dogs on me.
I do. Well,
someone just texted. I don't like Sarah as much now. LOL.
Oh no,
Sarah, you are inappropriate and disgusting. They're not wrong, and your hair gets everywhere in the studio.
Really does.
It does not. I'm sorry if it does, though.
Rockaholics, we know that you are a massive fan of dogs and also music. But do you think that you can name a song after only hearing 1 second of the chorus?
That would be Possum.
It sure would, Steve.
Sorry.
Prove it to us, and if so, you will win tickets to see Jerry Cantrell at the Moore Theater on March 9th. 206-803-ROCK. We'll play Hook or Shook at 9:20.
The Daly Migs Show.
We know what they really want this holiday. The perfect pleasure present from Lovers. Find a sexy gift for a loved one and grab something to satisfy yourself, too. Lovers has all the toys and accessories for every desire. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for the hottest holiday gifting. Mention presents for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Early holiday deals are here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday gifts for the home, like vacuums, bedding, and home decor. You'll have money left over for those sweet handbells you've had your eye on. Or that standing mixer to whip up some holiday cookies. Oh, what fun it is to save. Shop early holiday deals now.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
All morning, we have received texts and calls from you that we've not yet had a chance to chat with you about, but the time has come where we are checking in with the Rockaholics, brought to you by Pendergast Law. So call up if there's something you'd like to chime in on from today, or if you've got something on your mind that you need to discuss. 206-803-ROCK. Johnny from Lake Taps, why did you take Monday off?
Well, I had to take Monday off because the cat got into something and his leg was all swollen and everything. He could barely walk on it.
Oh, no. What did it get into?
He's a big cat, but he tangled with something bigger than him.
Oh.
So he's an outdoor cat?
He's an indoor-outdoor cat. He's a big cat. So I'm like, all right. So I took the day off. So I called up the vet, and I go, I got to bring the cat in. Something's the matter with his leg. They're like, okay, no problem. So I bring him in and put him on the counter there in his little cage that he doesn't like. And they go, we don't chip cats. You have to get an appointment. And I'm like, what are you talking about? So they grab the box. They bring it back. They come back out. They go, this cat's already chipped. I said, I know, like 8 years ago. They go, why are you here? I says, well, I called about a half hour ago. There's something the matter with his leg. And she goes, we don't have this on record. I go, well, where's the girl that I talked to that was I talked to 20 minutes ago? Well, she's out of the office, and she's running some errands. I go, the cat's got a screwed up leg. I'll just leave it here. I go, so what's the problem? They go, we don't know what the problem is, but you're not on our records. So they call me in about 3 hours, and I go, so what's the problem here? And she goes, it's two cats, different cats with the same name.
Oh.
And she didn't put our cat's name in, put it in under the one that's supposed to get chipped.
Oh.
So, all right. So I go back down to the vet, and I do all this stuff, and they come out with a cat, and this young girl behind the counter, she comes out with a cat. I go, that's not my cat.
Oh, no.
But is the cat younger?
Was my cat. I was just messing with her. She takes off, running to the back room. Oh, my God, we gave away.
Oh, that's funny. That's awesome.
Thanks,
great
Johnny.
prank. That's a great prank. Here we got a text message that says, Migs, I'm coming to Oblivion Wrestling tomorrow. Is it true that the Yacht Rock guy is going to be there? The Professor Nick Harrison, yes, is going to be there. He's a big Bills fan. And if you guys don't know, he's the guy that's all over TikTok, all over social media. He's known for taking iconic metal songs or rock songs and turning them into some yacht rock classics. And he's a big Bills fan, so he's coming to town for the Bills game. But he's also a huge wrestling fan. And Sarah told him that I'm wrestling. He's like, I want to come up. Can I be your manager? Yeah. And I said, you bet your ass, brother. And so he's going to be my special guest manager at Oblivion Pro Wrestling tomorrow. So if you want to come on out and hang out with us, it's going to be a blast. The Professor Nick Harrison. We're going to call ourselves the Gen X Express.
Oh, I love that. How many of you walk out together?
Usually I just go out by myself.
So it's going to be you and the professor.
Yeah, so he said he's bringing a suit, so he's all fired up to be the manager, and it's happening over at Nisqually Middle School tomorrow night. Starts at 5 p.m. Bell time is at 6. Go to oblivionwrestling.com if you want to get tickets and come check it out, and you'll get to meet Nick Harrison. He's an awesome dude, so it's going to be a lot of fun getting to hang out with him. I did see that he recently put out a new Yacht Rock song.
Oh, boy.
And I want to test you guys to see if you can figure out what it is.
Okay.
Are you guys ready for this one? Okay. Nirvana. Bam! Danny.
Wow.
Yeah, it smells like Teen Spirit.
She's overboard and self-assured. Oh, no, I know a dirty word.
Oh, okay.
Hello, 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 how low, hello.
He's also got a record out now. It's available on like Spotify, Apple Music, with all these songs.
This is awesome.
Now, this is the kind of yacht rock I could tolerate.
Right.
Not like Simon and Garfunkel crap.
A rockaholic just texted in asking how my home improvements have been going.
Oh, it's been a minute since we've heard about the disaster that has been your home improvements.
And there has been a recent interesting twist, Steve Migs. I'm going to tell you about it at 9:50.
The Daily Migs Show.
We got a text from a rockaholic, and it is asking about my home improvement project, which has been going on for months now.
I think since we started working together. It says, it's been a while since I've heard how Taryn's home improvement is going. My wife and I are in the middle of our own, and it sucks. So I guess it's like a misery loves company kind of thing. You want to know how bad your home improvement thing is going these days.
Well, there were a couple of very rough months in there where Brad and I and our son Barrett were basically living out of our master bedroom.
Yes. Wait. Are you playing the home improvement theme right now?
You know it.
Okay.
And we survived that. There it was. We survived that. The last couple of projects have been like getting the grass planted outside, doing some landscaping.
You haven't been complaining much about it.
No, because we're really wrapped up. We're done. But one of our friends is moving, and they asked us, hey, you want any of our old furniture? We're buying all new furniture when we move.
Now, usually when someone says that, I'm just like, yeah, you know what? You could go to the dump on your own. You're not unloading your garbage onto me.
But in this case, our friends have very fancy furniture. We're talking restoration hardware, Pottery Barn, all the stuff that Brad and I would never buy.
All the stuff my wife
on our radio
likes.
salaries.
And I'm like, we can't afford this crap. Yeah.
So we went, and we've just been basically ransacking their home, making runs back and forth from their place to our place for the last 2 weeks.
Now, is it in good shape, or is it like lightly used, or is it kind of all beat up?
Gently used, in great condition. We got some new tables. We have nightstands, lamps, couches for our family cabin.
Pays to have rich friends.
Yeah. I mean, and a lot of them, they're just like, yeah, none of this is going to the new house. Come get it.
And then, I get it. Like, part of me is like, I don't want to. My wife sometimes will be like, hey, this thing's in good shape. Like, some of the baby stuff that we have, like, barely was used. She's like, why don't you put it up on, like, Facebook Marketplace, or was it Mercury or Mercury?
Mercury.
And I'm like, okay, are you going to arrange to meet up with a random person so you could sell it to them? She's like, no, I figured you would do it. I'm like, with what time?
Yeah, it's a struggle to do that. In this case, I'm just happy to take it off their hands. Keep the calls coming. What else you got for us? Rockaholics, the Seahawks introduced their new player yesterday at a press conference, Ernest Jones IV.
Yes.
And why did he refer to himself like this?
I'm a dog.
You'll hear from him during the Daily Migs download after Stone Temple Pilots.
The Daily Migs Show. Knowledge is power. So give us 5-ish minutes, and we'll give you, some interesting stuff you can talk about at work. This is the Daily Migs Download.
A.K.A. the DMD.
Here's your daily dose of doings happening in the world.
Ryan Castle joins us. Happy Friday, good sir.
And to you, happy Blue Friday.
You wore black
For those of you that celebrate.
Got blue jeans?
Oh.
It looked like I'm pointing at your crotch, but I was pointing at your pants.
I know what you were looking at.
His eyes are up there.
He's up there like, go Hawks.
Hey, the DMD is brought to you by Palace Law, like you mentioned. The Seahawks are playing this Sunday, taking on the Buffalo Bills, happening here at Lumen Field. And we'll have a brand new linebacker, Ernest Jones IV, just recently traded for him. And I'm already loving this dude based on his press conference. He was being asked about how motivated he is to join this team, and has a lot to do with his family and also his intensity.
We have a 3-month-old son, so the whole time I'm just thinking about my son and my wife. Sitting on that plane, I don't want to put them through this again. So I'm ready to go play football so I can go out here and show not only the Seahawks, but show that I am what I say I am.
What are you?
I'm a dog.
Yeah.
I'm a dog. That's what you're getting. Getting a dog, getting somebody that's a leader, true leader. I'm going to go out there each and every week, put my body on the line for my teammates, for this organization, and my family. So,
what is your son's name?
Ernest. He's the 5th.
I was going to ask if he was the 5th. That was the first thing I thought of.
Right? And I also love that they asked Coach McDonald what he thought about him calling himself a dog, and this is what Mike McDonald had to say.
I couldn't tell you.
Okay, sorry. Try to get answers out of him.
Speaking of the Hawks, Mike Jarrell is that rookie offensive lineman that had a great first game with the Hawks last weekend, and something a little bit strange happened to him this week because Kenneth Walker was named MVP of the game, but he had the flu, as you recall, and so he was not able to accept the award. They had Mike Jarrell accept it on his behalf by being slimed, Nickelodeon style, and here's what it sounded like.
3. Hey, wait. 2, 1. Let's go.
Okay, I love his laugh.
All of them that were involved were like giddy. It was awesome.
Well, we checked with Coach to see why they're sliming players, and he had this to say.
I couldn't tell you.
Okay. What a strange thing. They're sliming him over at the VMAC.
Love it.
Hey, Kraken ended up losing in overtime, but they're down 3-1 against the hottest team in the league, the team that was undefeated, and unfortunately Winnipeg continues to be undefeated because they won in overtime 4-3, so they're now 7-0, but the Kraken play the Carolina Hurricanes tomorrow night over at Climate Pledge Arena. As far as weather, we're hitting. Oh, World Series, Game 1 tonight, Los Angeles, Yankees and the Dodgers. So have fun with that. And as far as weather, 59 degrees, it's going to be cloudy. That is the DMD, and that's what's up.
Ryan Castle is up next with the Morning 12 Pack.
The Daily Migs Show.
At Lovers, you can get what you really want this holiday, a perfect pleasure present. Find a sexy gift for a loved one and pick up something indulgent for yourself. Lovers has lingerie, toys, and accessories for every desire. Lovers Rewards members can win a holiday sweepstakes grand prize worth over $4,000. With 18 Western Washington locations, Lovers is the place for sexy holiday gifting. Mention Indulge for 20% off your purchase. Visit loversstores.com for official sweepstakes rules.
Early holiday deals are here, and so are amazing deals at Amazon. You'll save so much on early holiday athletic gifts like bikes, tents, and outdoor gear. You'll have money left over for a premium yoga mat so you can try to touch your toes by New Year's.
Almost there.
Or snowshoes so you can hike to your super secret spot to find the perfect tree.
Aha!
Oh, what fun it is to save. Shop early holiday deals now.
This episode is brought to you by Progressive Insurance. Whether you love true crime or comedy, celebrity interviews or news, you call the shots on what's in your podcast queue. And guess what? Now you can call them on your auto insurance too with the Name Your Price tool from Progressive. It works just the way it sounds. You tell Progressive how much you want to pay for car insurance, and they'll show you coverage options that fit your budget. Get your quote today at Progressive.com to join the over 28 million drivers who trust Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Feeling overwhelmed? Struggling with mental health shouldn't be the norm. At Mindful Therapy Group, we specialize in connecting you with compassionate therapists that can support you through stress, anxiety, ADHD, and so much more. With in-person and telehealth appointments available, we can get you seen in as little as 48 hours. To make things easier, Mindful Therapy Group accepts most health insurances, including Medicare, allowing you to focus on you and not your wallet. Visit mindfultherapygroup.com to start your mental health journey today.
Terms and conditions apply. For full details, see unlock.com/legal. Actor portrayal.
Lisa, thanks for having me over. Your new kitchen is gorgeous. How did you find the money to do it?
We worked with this great company, Unlock. They help you unlock the future value of your home to get the cash you need today.
So it's a home equity loan?
No, it's not a loan at all. There's no monthly payments and no interest charges ever. And you can use the money however you want. We were able to redo our kitchen and pay off our credit card debt.
Wow, Jack and I could really use this to finally pay off our old student loan debt. How do I get started?
It's easy. Just go to their website.
Go to unlock.com/radio to unlock the value in your home and get up to $500,000 in cash with no monthly payments and no interest ever. Pay off debt, improve your home, add to your retirement fund. It's up to you. Go to unlock.com/radio right now to see if you qualify to unlock the value in your home. That's unlock.com/radio. Go to unlock.com/radio.